Let us find a generating function for a unlabeled trees. We have calculated generating function for a rooted unlabeled trees. Using that concept, we are going to find for unlabeled trees. Already we know it for rooted unlabeled trees. Using that, we are going to find it for simply trees. For that, we need the concept of centroid. This is nothing but similar to our center. In trees, we have learnt about center. Center is nothing but a vertex with minimum eccentricity. A tree can have one or two centers. We have learnt this theorem in trees. Here they have used different terminology centroid. There is the only difference. There we used to calculate eccentricity. That eccentricity depends on length of the path. Here they are mentioning as trees with number of branches. Okay, let me explain about the centroid with an example. You consider this tree with 6 vertices. Now I am going to find centroid for this tree. How to find centroid? First I have to find subtrees. What is the meaning of subtree? You take a vertex V. What is its degree? Its degree is 3. So I can find 3 subtrees in which the only common vertex will be V. Look at here. The first subtree AV, subtree 1. How many branches are there? 1. Another subtree VB, that is also having one and only branch. The another subtree starting from this point and extending up to E. V to C, C to D, D to E, that contains 3 branches. So the degree of V is 3. So I am getting 3 subtrees in which in all the 3, what is the only common vertex? V is the only common vertex. No other common vertex will be there. And I have counted the number of branches. Otherwise edges. So what is the maximum edges? A subtree ST2 contains maximum edges. So I am giving weightage 3. I am giving weight 3 to vertex V. Coming to vertex A, what is its degree? 1. So there will be 1 and, because 1 and only edge is coming out from A. 1 and only edge incident with A. So I can find only one subtree, that is the tree itself. How many edges? 5. So the weightage for B is 5. Here also degree of B is 1. So its subtree will be once again the same given tree. So the weightage of B is 5. What about C? Degree is 2. So one subtree will be this one, another subtree will be this. So the common vertex should be C. So ST1 contains 2 branches, ST2 contains 3 branches. Maximum of these 2 is 3. So the weightage is given as 3. For D, splitting 2 degree, 1 containing 4 edges, another one. So this is 4. E is a n vertex, so 1 and only 1 degree pentant vertex. So total graph itself a subtree, so its weightage is 5. In all these cases, which vertices are having minimum weightage? Vertex V, vertex C, or the vertices having minimum weights 3. So for this graph, the centroid are the vertices C and V. These 2 vertices are said to be the centroid of given tree. Always, so it is said to be bicentroidal tree. Bi means 2. 2 centroidal. So a tree may have either one centroid or 2 centroids. But the bicentroidal tree always has even number of vertices. Count the vertices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Always Is the converse is true? Every even tree, the tree with even number of vertices is bicentroidal? No. All the bicentroidal tree will have even number of vertices, but a tree with even number of vertices need not be bicentroidal. So, what I am going to do, I am going to count number of trees that can be formed using n vertices. So, you will be given with n vertices. You have to count number of trees that can be formed. So, that n may be odd or even. Whenever it is odd, that n vertices graph may have bicentroidal, or it may be just centroidal tree. So you have to count all possible centroidal trees with n vertices. You have to count all possible centroidal trees with n vertices, and you have to count all possible bicentroidal trees with n vertices. Then you add up these two, that gives total number of possible trees with n vertices. Now you consider this centroid as the root. If you consider this as a root, this graph can be considered as a rooted tree. What's the procedure followed in rooted tree? At a vertex, if I split the graph, if I remove the edges, I will be left with 3 subtrees since the degree is 3. And I have to find all possible number of subgraphs that can be formed with the 2 vertices, 1 vertices and 3 vertices, and that can be multiplied and then added. That's what we have seen in the previous session. That is followed by centroidal tree. What about bicentroidal tree? I have 2 centroids. So you consider this as a one root and consider this as another root. So when you separate these two, you will be getting 2 rooted trees. So you have to count it for 2 times. One more criteria, one more similarity here. When there is a bicentroidal, 2 centroids for a tree, you count the number of vertices in the subtree with the root to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always it have equal number of vertices in both the rooted subtrees. When you consider this as a subtree, sub-rooted tree, and this one you consider as a rooted subtree, both of them contain same number of vertices. Since n is even, both of them contains n by 2 vertices. Here it is n is 8 vertices. This contains 4, this contains 4. So what I have to find, how many possible 4 rooted subtree that can be formed. I have to choose any 2 of that and I have to fit it with these 2 vertices. So I will get different types of trees. Let me explain once again. So I am going to split this one. This is one subtree with the root as this vertex, and you will get another subtree with the root as this vertex. Both the subtrees contains same number of vertices. But look at the trees, even though they have same number of vertices, their structures are different, they are not isomorphic. So I have to collect all possible 4 vertices rooted trees, and I have to collect any 2, and if I fit with this point and join by an edge, I will get different types of 8 vertices bicentroidal tree. I think you are able to follow me. So what I have to choose is, I have to collect only 2 types of 4 vertices rooted trees, and let me try to fit with these 2 vertices, and those 2 roots will be joined by an edge. I will get a graph. So what is the way to collect 2 different subtree 1, subtree 2, both of them 2 rooted. So what's the procedure we followed in rooted trees? Uj plus kj minus 1 by minus 1 ckj. Here what is uj? Suppose n by 2, it contains n by 2 vertices. Let me take it as m. This rooted vertex contains n by 2 vertices. This rooted tree contains n by 2 vertices. So n by 2 equal to m. So I need how many m? Um. A graph with rooted graph with 4 vertices. 4 different types of rooted graph with 4 vertices. That should be counted in UM. Repetitions. How many repetitions? The same number of graph is repeated for 2 times. So 2 according to this formula. Minus 1. 1 second repetition 2. 2 minus 1, 1. This is not a suffix. UM plus 1, 2. What is NC2? N into N minus 1 by 2. What is N here? UM plus 1. So N, UM plus 1. UM plus 1 minus 1 by 2. Plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. UM by 2. So you will be getting this much of bicentroidal trees for a given N even number of vertices graph. So I am going to split my proof into 2. So T of X is unlabeled trees, number of unlabeled trees that is obtained using that N may be even or odd. So you try to find all possible centroidal trees with the N vertices and try to find all possible bicentroidal trees with the same N vertices, and when you sum up all this you will be getting all possible trees with N vertices. Just now I explained about T double dash represent bicentroidal trees formed with N vertices. T dash centroidal trees. Centroidal trees is nothing but a rooted graph with one and only vertex that we have followed in previous sessions. So now for bicentroidal, just now we have seen what are the possibilities. UM into UM plus 1 by 2. So T double dash of X, this is Tn double dash, number of possibilities. T double dash of X is summation, generating function. X to the power n, generally sigma X to the power n, but n is 2m, n by 2 is m here, so n equal to 2m. That's why it is um plus 1 by 2. Multiplying this, um square plus this 1 by 2 is taken out. Into x to the power 2m, square into x to the power 2m. X to the power 2m, square is totally written as u square. This is T double dash. Similarly, I can find T dash of x from rooted and labeled trees. So when I sum up these two, I will get total number of labeled trees. So, unlabeled trees. So when I sum up these two, u of x minus of this plus these two. I can cancel these two and I will be left with u of x. Here half is common, take out minus u square of x minus u of x square. This is called as Votter's formula, and if we find the generating function, you will be getting this answer. So looking at the coefficients, we can find the number of one and only unlabeled tree with one vertex, one unlabeled tree with the two vertices, one unlabeled tree with the three vertices, two unlabeled tree with the four vertices, etc. That's how we can find number of unlabeled trees. That's all with generating functions. The next one follows Polya's theorem.